What's up, everybody? So you guys want to make your CRF250l more off-road capable? I get a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of comments, but I get a lot of questions based off of, you know, how does this bike perform off-road? How do you, make it better? How do you make it perform better off-road? It's really simple, guys. It's not expensive. You can go the suspension route, take it off-road first. If you're a little guy, you don't weigh much, or you're not that tall, try out the stock suspension first. The stock suspension is kind of squishy, but you can ride it off-road. If you're not doing hard enduro style riding, you got nothing to worry about. If you want to ride it off-road and try to kind of do some hard, I'm going to say enduro style riding, because we're not pertaining to fire roads, gravel roads, flat dirt roads. We're talking to some actual trails, legit dirt bike trails, okay? I highly recommend you change your gearing. Okay, I'm running a 13-tooth front sprocket, stock rear sprocket. I love that setup, man. I know a lot of guys go 1342. OEM is 40, it's 1440. I went with just a 13 in the front, and I tell you what, guys, it made a world of difference off-road. I love riding this bike on road as well. As you can see, I am right now. Going up to my uncle's, taking my kids to shoot, things like that. The 13-tooth front sprocket, though, is amazing for on-road and off-road. It made such a big difference off-road. I did ride a 1342 setup on T's CRF250 Rally, and I did not like it. I did not like it one bit. Okay, I rode my 1340 for a while. I tried out his 1342 for a day, not for a full day, but for a while. I'd say a good hour in the trails, and I just didn't like it. He actually reverted back to a 14 in the front, and or maybe it was the 40 in the rear and the 13 in the front is what he kept, and he actually liked it a lot better coming from the 1342. He liked the 1340 so much better. First gear is just not usable on this bike with a 1342 setup. At least to me it wasn't. Some may argue that it's better than 1340. I did not like it compared to the 13 or the 1340. I like it a lot better than the 1342. So change your gearing, guys. Gearing makes this bike so much better off-road while keeping everything else stock. Again, the next thing would be your suspension. Okay, I got a Wilbur's rear, fully adjustable, and I went with the Racetech front. Okay, the Racetech front can be had for under $140 with everything. That's oil and all, and that's to change the oil for both front forks. I highly recommend to do that. Super cheap, super easy, and it makes a world of difference. Now the rear shock is a little bit different, okay? It depends on what you're gonna get. The Wilbur's that I have was about $700-800 bucks, something like that. It's amazing though, fully adjustable. It's amazing. It's a very progressive shock, so the harder you hit, the harder it gets. It's fully adjustable in the rear, rebound, dampening, all that. It's amazing. That coupled with the front Racetech kit, this bike is a totally different bike now off-road. Now I do have an exhaust. I've got nothing performance-wise on this bike other than the pipe that's on there. I don't have a fuel tuner, and I'm really just comparing the performance gains with the pipe itself. I'm just comparing it that way, as in being weight savings. You know, we're saving weight. So other than that, I'm not saying it's giving me more horsepower and torque, okay? Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. It shaved a significant amount of weight off this bike though. So saving weight on your bike is gonna make a big, big difference, guys. So the next thing from the suspension, guys, is tires, okay? Tires are a big thing on any bike. I highly recommend for anybody out there that's new to the 250L, that wants to get into riding off-road, whether you're a beginner rider or you're an advanced rider, tires, man. If you guys just do your gearing, just throw a 13-tooth front sprocket up front, and if you guys throw in a decent set of tires, I mean, dude, the D606s are amazing. They're a little bit on the pricier side for some people. I mean, it was 110 bucks, I think, for the front, 105 for the front tire, same thing for the rear. So you're looking at $200+ for the D606s. What I went ahead and did is I picked up a Tusk D Sport tire. to review it for you guys, and it's phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. I'm on it right now on the street. Runs great, feels great on the street. It's amazing off-road, and a lot of guys that are riding them, I can't vouch for it because I never used the D606 rear. I can vouch for the front though, and the front's amazing. Have the front on there right now. A lot of guys say that the Tusk D-Sport is actually better than the D606 rear. I don't really know, but it's amazing. It's really absolutely amazing tire, and it's like $53, man. You could buy the front and the rear for $100, probably actually a little bit less than $100, shipped to your door from Rocky Mountain, and you got yourself a nice set of tires that'll do good on road and that'll do fantastic off road. Tires are a big thing, guys. They're a big thing with off road. So if you guys just go ahead and swap your gearing and throw on a more rugged off-road set of tires, just do 1340. Try that out first. Don't go to 1342. See how the 1340 feels for you guys first. If you guys really enjoy it, it feels great, then you can always try a 1342 setup. Just do yourself a favor and get a steel rear if you're going to just do it just to test, because if you're going to buy the aluminum rear and you don't like the 42 setup, then you're spending almost $70 for a rear sprocket that you're not going to use because you don't like it. Get yourself a 42 rear sprocket steel. It's like $22 or something like that. Try it out. See what you guys think. If you guys like it, then, you know, go ahead and upgrade when you feel necessary, when you feel it's necessary to do so, to an aluminum rear. So other than that though, guys, I mean, it's simple, man. It's basic. You got a stock CRF250l. Don't jump into the suspension directly unless you want to. Just change your front sprocket or change your gearing to what you like, what you prefer, test out what you want to test out, and throw on a decent set of tires. You know, you're talking less than $20 for the sprocket, for the front 13-tooth sprocket for this bike, and you're talking $100 or less for a good set of off-road tires. Test it out, see how it is. You guys will have a good off-road machine, something that's bulletproof. And if you watch my previous videos, you watch my off-road videos, you guys will see that I beat the hell out of this bike. I take it on some gnarly trails. It's only going to get more gnarlier when I come across some new sections. We're trying to get into more enduro style trials sections. I wouldn't say not trials riding as in a trials bike, but more of like hardcore enduro riding, and you guys will see that here in the future. Other than that though, guys, Adventure Zach is out. If you guys have any other questions, let me know. Feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section below. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Peace out, guys.